that any Kenyan's life is in danger, the responsible thing to do first is to make sure that he reports to the police. And I don't see any police officer here that he's reporting to. And the manner in which you report to the police is not by speaking to the gallery on the floor of the House. I do hope that the Leader of Minority will walk to the DCI offices right outside Parliament, at Parliament Police Station, and report whatever information he has. Otherwise, we may use the floor of the House to make all manner of statements to speak to the gallery, Honorable Speaker. But, Honorable Speaker, back to the more substantive issue of what the Honorable Nyekal has raised. And the Leader of Minority also averred that Honorable Nyekal had confirmed that the Speaker alluded that there was an approval of the motion. Honorable Speaker, it is true what the Honorable Leader of Minority says. We are a house of procedures. And procedurally, what happens when you request for an approval of a motion of adjournment from the Speaker will approve it, and it will go back to the clerk's office for it to find its way to the House. The fact that that motion is not on the clerk's desk here, because I have checked with the clerk's desk, and there is no such motion that is approved. Two, the Honorable Nyekal says it is the Deputy Speaker who mentioned that it might have been approved. But he also says that he took the motion to the substantive Speaker. So if it was never approved by the substantive Speaker, means there was no approval. Two, Honorable Speaker, nothing stopped the Honorable Nyekal. If that was before the Eid holiday, nothing stopped him today, even in the absence of the substantive Speaker, from drafting another motion and requesting the Deputy Speaker to approve it for tabling before the House, Honorable Speaker. Three, Honorable Speaker, this matter, no, I was listening, Honorable Speaker, to the interruptions by the member for Busia. And you know, the other day I told her very pleasant things. I do not want to say unpleasant things. My good friend, Honorable Catherine Amayo. She is my very good friend, by the way, for the record. Very good friend in the recent past, and I have said a number of very good things about her. Honorable Speaker, I was saying, the Honorable Nyekal is aware that indeed the intern doctors and other officials of KMPDU did submit a petition to this House, which was brought by the Honorable Pukose and committed before the Petitions Committee. And therefore, this is a matter that is already live before the House and before a committee. Two, Honorable Speaker, I have just read today's statement, Honorable Speaker, and maybe Honorable Nyekal was not listening when I was reading today's statement. I've already tabled it on the table, Honorable Speaker. But I did state that next week, 17th of April, the Cabinet Secretary in charge of Health, CS Nakhumicha, shall be in this House to answer to nothing else other than the first question. I can't remember the member who had asked the question. The member for Westlands, who is a member of ODM, the Honorable Timothy Wanyonyi, has a question that he has caused the Cabinet Secretary to appear next week on Wednesday to answer on the particular issue that the Honorable Nyekal is asking us to adjourn the House to discuss. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, I would beg that we proceed with business, because the request by the Honorable Nyekal, in fact, he rose on a point of order, not on a motion of adjournment. This is not the way to seek for a motion of adjournment. And therefore, I would plead that in line with what the Honorable J.B. Muturi would always say, this is not business. We go to the business on the order paper for the day, and we wait for next week when the Cabinet Secretary will be here. And the Honorable Nyekal is a polished medic. He can take the Cabinet Secretary. And I want to invite you, Honorable Nyekal and Honorable Pio and I, come and take the Cabinet Secretary to account. And every other member of this House is at liberty to do that next week. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, I would beg